Welcome to Economic Pawn. Let's share it. These will be the top 10 richest countries in 2050. A price comparison tool for your accommodation worldwide with access to over 800,000 hotels. The balance of power in the present world is sure to be shifted soon enough. Some nations among the current leading economies are facing major recessions, thus are likely to be kicked out of the G10 in the years to come. Here is our top 10 list of economies that are projected to lead the world in 2050, with their expected GDP PPP. Canada GDP $2.29 trillion. Canada is the only country on this list projected to stay put, currently ranked as the 10th richest country in the world and projected to remain 10th in 2050. Despite this lack of change, Canadians are expected to rise 3 spots in per capita income, rising from 15th to 12th in 2050. France GDP $2.75 trillion. Not exempt from the economic challenges faced by other financial heavyweights of the EU, France will fall from the 6th to 9th richest country in the world by 2050, with Brazil, India and Mexico climbing above the French. Projections state that compared to the rest of the developed world, France will lag behind in terms of development of per capita income during the next few decades. Mexico GDP $2.81 trillion. Currently the 13th richest country in the world, Mexico is poised to make a huge leap into the top 10, projected to rise 5 spots to become the 8th richest country in 2050, rising above France, Canada, Spain, South Korea, and Italy. Brazil GDP $2.96 trillion. Ever since the period between 1986 and 1994 in which Brazil experienced annual inflation in excess of 500%, the country has rebounded to continue operating as one of the biggest economies in the world. United Kingdom GDP $3.58 trillion. By 2015, the United Kingdom is projected to narrow the difference by half between itself and the German economy, the biggest in Europe. Currently, Germany is $346 billion ahead of the British, while in 2050 the gap between the two will be $138 billion.
Germany GDP $3.71 trillion.
Germany is projected to be the largest economy in Europe in 2050, holding off the United Kingdom to remain as one of the top 5 richest countries on the planet, although India is expected to overtake the Germans in the meantime. Japan GDP $6.43 trillion. With a rapidly aging population, Japan is looking to overcome the worst demographic problems out of all the richest countries, with an incredible projected decline in working population of 37%. In addition to an aging population, Japan's fertility rate is the lowest of all the richest countries, with an average of 1.3 children per person, similar to Germany. India GDP $8.17 trillion. India is an example of the economic benefits of a growing population, ranking in the top 5 in terms of countries that will experience a surge in working population. As of 2050, India projects to be the 3rd richest country on Earth and the most populous, overtaking China to become the first country with 1.5 billion residents. United States GDP $22.27 trillion. All economic infrastructure indicators are strong for the United States, such as a strong democracy, rule of law and population demographics that includes an above-average fertility rate. Nonetheless, the richest country on Earth for several decades will fall to become the 2nd richest by 2050.
China GDP $25.33 trillion.
The richest country in the world in 2050 is predicted to be China. The country is expected to have absorbed Hong Kong and Macau into their economic systems by 2049, providing enough of a boost to take the top spot. China's population growth is being slowed by the one-child policy, however, causing a reduction in the country's working population by 2050. Thank you for watching us. Don't forget to subscribe.